So you have to request everybody to join again. Is that the case?
Yeah, probably everybody will keep trying. Most of them have joined. 21 of them have already joined.
Yeah, 39 altogether we were at the time
Yeah,
when.
yeah. So 22 have joined, but others will probably join. Yeah, everybody has again been muted, but uh, Hari, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you are here. Yeah. You can start again. Continue.
Yeah, sorry for this interruption. So it's a technical interruption. And as I was saying, as uh, uh, at NISTADS, Kumar contributed a lot to the development of the institution. As, for example, Professor Jain said and Dr. Dinesh said. And he is a technically savvy, tech savvy chap who played an important role in modernizing computer system and NISTADS and establishing a network. That's a great contribution. He always liked to do things which are technical. He would understand these things quite deeply and also try to see what can be done. So that is something we should really learn from Kumar. We all should learn from Kumar. And so ever since I joined as a visiting associate, my interaction with NISTAD increased. Every time I went to Delhi from IIT Kanpur, I was teaching at IIT Kanpur. I used to stay with Kumar's family, and he always looked after very well. Kumar, Sanjay, the hospitality was great. So that's how our really relations grew over time, and we became very, very good friends. Not only while working, even after retirement. So as I said, Kumar visits Hyderabad very frequently. He has lots of cousins and lots of friends. And of course, he used to interact with our students, as I mentioned. So he continues to keep in touch with all my students, although, it's quite some time back. They finished their work, joined jobs and so on. So he had, all students have great respect for him, for the kind of advice he gave on the work they were doing. Now, Kumar, uh, I could say a lot of things about Kumar, but because of the paucity of time, because to be fair for others, I would like to summarize Kumar as an intellectual. Kumar, as I said, number one is a technically tech-savvy chap. He understood uh, technical things very easily and also in depth. And number two is he's a voracious reader. I mean, as Dinesh said and Gaur said, he used to read very, very voraciously and all kinds of literature and ask for any reference on any topic, he would give you some few references. So that way, he's an excellent scholar, and he was also is also excellent writer. He used to write very well, and uh, and the other thing I would like to mention is he, in terms of his orientation towards issues, he had his own views, call them leftist views or call them left-leaning views. But he is a thorough Democrat, right? He always listened to others carefully. He was a great listener, and he would always say if somebody differed with him, he would never take it personal. So after the discussion, after the disagreements, we all would always become good friends again. And that is a great quality that Kumar had. Otherwise, when you question somebody on the issues, they generally take it personally. That is something which uh, I liked about Kumar. He always was great listener, and he was also a rationalist, absolutely rationalist. He didn't believe by anything which is not rational, and he subjected every kind of statement, every kind of situation to rational scrutiny, and that is what really makes him very clear about his thinking about various things, and he would subject every kind of as I said, statement to rational scrutiny, including the belief system, like religious beliefs. So he has his own belief system. And obviously, he never wanted to impose this system on anybody else. He would always spend a lot of time describing this system, but he would leave it to others to take it or leave it. So I think so what I'm trying to say here is, after retirement, also he kept himself very, very active. And as Dinesh and Gaur said, he used to read a lot. And every almost twice a week, you send me some links for links regarding some books, articles, and so on. We would say that is a must-read, Hari, for your STS studies. And that is what really that's what makes me admire him. He's at it all the time. Anytime you ask for some reference, he would really readily provide this. And I would also like to mention that during COVID time, he prepared a 60-page document on COVID, collected various kinds of materials about its origins and distribution, how different, how in India this kind of this COVID spread. So what are the kind of government policies that need to be introduced to tackle this issue and so on. I told him to publish this, but he never wanted to publish this. He said, I've done it for my own satisfaction. Right? So it is such a, he is such a kind of a person, right? It's very, very difficult to accept that he is no longer with us. And whenever he visits, let me tell you one more thing. Whenever he visits Hyderabad, as I said, he has lots of cousins and friends. And of course, our university campus students, he would give time to everybody. He would visit every cousin, every friend, even if it's for a short while. He would go and spend some time with them, and that is what I liked. He never he thought for him everybody was important in his life, right? So that's a great quality about Kumar, and I can go on talking about him, but our memories of his friendship will live with us forever. And I really pray God to give a lot of strength to Sanjay, Mansa, to get on with life. And we all here, Sanjay's family, Kumar's family, Sanjay, Mansa can count on our help anytime they can contact us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hari Babu, a very close friend of Kumar. Hari Babu reminds me of one thing which most people will never know probably, that when Kisan movement was going on, he was the person who kept on asking me to write something on Kisan movement, a poem. And he kept on saying that these people have brought Kisan of the country, farmers of the country on road. And that is how the poem begins. Tum किसानों को सड़कों पे ले आए हो. I don't know. There are so many memories which clog my mind, but I'll request Ravi now to share his memories.
Thank you, Gauhar, for bringing all his friends and family into this Zoom platform to remember our great friend and a great soul, Kumar. For all friends, he was Kumar, but within his family, he was called Sheshu. So he had a very long name, Patnam Shesha Bhushan Kumar. People used to make fun of him. You have such all the alphabets, like Telugu people, he has PVS Kumar. He had a very long initials. So his family, always, I used to get confused when I was with the family because I'm both part of the same IIT friendship team. Since I met him in 1975, almost, we know him for more than a generation. Oh my God.
Someone has to be
Just give me 2 minutes. I have right now muted everyone. Please don't add anyone unless we know the people. Sorry, Ravi, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Sad, these things happen. We just have to close our eyes and continue. Well, I know Kumar both as a friend and also as a family member. And I don't know, I heard about, I was in BHU for a DST meeting in the evening. That evening I had gone to Kashi Vishwanath temple. As I entered the temple, I got a call from Shailaja, my wife, that Kumar is no more. I couldn't believe that. I said, what do you mean? How can you say that? I just sent a message to him in the morning. I spoke to him a couple of days before. I was planning to call him around 6:37. By the time I got the call, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that. I was trembling almost. Then I called Sandhya. Sandhya was very composed. I was crying. Sandhya was very composed about that. And it was, I couldn't, it took quite some time. I called, Sandhya has three more sisters. They all will vouch for you that he was one of the best friend and family man. He always, one thing which really, if you ask me to characterize one thing about Kumar, is that he was a friend, he was a dependable, kind person. Anyone can call him for help. You don't need to ask for help. He was always there to help, friends and family. In fact, he was all the time. His house in Delhi was used to always have friends from all over India, even all over the world, who was coming from Canada, US. Whoever comes to Delhi, they would land up at his house. So he was one of the most dependable person. When he comes to Bangalore, he used to be very busy. He used to be more busy than me, meeting friends. And so he was a great friend for all of us, someone on whom you could depend, someone who was always kind, someone who would never lose his patience. He had mountains of Himalayan patience. You can argue with him, disagree with him, but you would never lose cool. And many things I wanted to say. Hari Babu already said he was extremely well-read person. I haven't met in flesh and blood anyone who's as well-read as him, whether it's history, philosophy, culture, nature, health. Extremely well-read person. Unbelievable. I could ask him anything. He had a reference, he had a book, he had a journal article. He used to subscribe to Economic Political Weekly, all the weeklies, fortnightlies, Frontline, whatever, etc., all multiple newspapers. He used to read a lot. I mean, I haven't met anyone who was as well read as him. And he also, as Hari said, is very computer savvy. He also was one of the first to buy the Tata's Indica car. He was one of the first to buy Tata's that Nano car. He always wanted to, every time I go to a house in Delhi, he had some new gadget. He would show it to me, something you operate, something computer or a fan or whatever. He was very up to date on this, and he was extremely good in networking, data analysis, data management. He could give a talk for hours and hours to conduct training programs on data analytics, data management. He was extremely good at that. And one thing I always miss him is, every time I meet him, whether in Delhi or when he comes to Bangalore or when we meet in Delhi, in the evening, it's nice time to have a nice drink with him, to go nostalgic, talk about, from politics to whatever, culture to friendship to even cricket. He was not a great cricket buff, but he would watch. He knew a little bit, not so much about movies or anything. But most of the time, we used to talk about politics. And very often, I used to disagree with him because I am least read person among all the people, on science, technology, culture, history. I just focused, on my field, climate change, ecosystems, biodiversity, and so on. I work on that, but never had time to read a single book. So my knowledge, my interpretation, my understanding of things were very different from Kumar and many of you on this call. I'm sure, I would like to go on and on, but I'm going to miss him whenever I come to Delhi. For me, I don't know. Moment I get an invitation to Delhi, well, I was thinking, okay, it's an opportunity to spend an evening or two with Kumar, have a nice drink, have a chat, go for shopping sometimes. So and when it comes to Bangalore, very nice time we used to have, with the family and friends. I'm going to miss him. I'm sure, our family people are also there. All, Sandhya's sisters, they were very close. It was a close-knit family. They all were, help depend on one another. So I'm sure Sandhya's three sisters are always there to, support Sandhya. And, we have Manasa and also an excellent son-in-law in Manas. He's such a good friend, and he's more Indian than many Indian friends. I've met him a few times, spent a few holidays with him and Kumar, Manasa. They're probably some of the best days I spent was last few couple of times. All of us, Sandhya, myself, my wife, Manos, Manasa, we all went on a couple of holidays. That was the most memorable one. So in fact, I was talking the other day, we should all have a meeting, family gathering, go somewhere. Then COVID stuck and, things got disturbed. So I feel like, going on and on, I also get emotional. So I think since there are many of our friends are there, I will end here saying we're going to miss Kumar, who was one of the best friend, a kind soul, and always very compassionate, very helpful friend. And intellectually superb. I haven't met anyone. I could ask him about diabetics, about kidney disease, about capitalism, Marxism, or anything. He had a full history, knowledge, explanation, understanding. I'm going to miss him in Delhi. I'm going to miss him in Bangalore. I'm going to miss him in Hyderabad. I'm going to miss him every day, every week, every day. So thanks to Nistad colleagues for bringing us together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. Obviously, it's a very emotional time for us, especially today when we are trying to remember him, and probably we'll never ever be able to make the full image of him through words. But anyway, when I decided to shift from Nistats to Niscare, Kumar was there with me. He was with me even at that time. Generally, people don't, but he was there and he said that I'm coming with you. And Surjit was also in the same group. We worked frantically and we did so much when we were in Niscare. May I request Surjit कि वो भी अपनी memories share करें? Surjit?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It was quite shocking for me to hear about Kumar's demise. I got this information through Ajay Shupuri, say S.K. Prasad and all that. And it was quite unbelievable. He was a good human being, plus a very good colleague. It's about 20 or 30 years back. We were with Nestats, but there was no very intense interaction with Kumar. But there was one project which was going on from UNICEF. Then we got a very intense interaction with Kumar, and we found that Kumar is a totally different person. And we used to say sometimes that some person will say it in a different way that it's a Kumar style. So we were working on that UNICEF project, and we used to stay at Nestats during that project. It was very time bound. Within 15 days, we have to submit a report and all that. And every morning he used to come and say, "Are you all right? Sab theek thak chal raha hai? And don't worry about the title of the report. It's for me." और जब वो इस तरह कहते थे, कुमार जब ये कहते थे, तो he meant it कि हाँ, जो उसने कहा है उन्होंने पूरा करना है. Then of course from Nestats we shifted to Niscare, and एक बारी पालमपुर में एक कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए जा रहे थे हम, तो Gauhar was away during that time, and he asked me, "Hey, have you made the program?" So I said, "No, let God come." अरे मैं हूं ना, चलते हैं ना. And we went together, and so calm, so cool that that 10 hours journey, मतलब पता ही नहीं था कि कब कैसे हमारा गुजर गए. उसके बाद जब निस्केर में बात शुरू हुई, तो निस्केर में दो द एटमॉस्फेयर ऑफ निस्टेट एंड निस्केर वर टोटली डिफरेंट. We were grown up in a different way at Nestats. But he used to say, ठीक है ना, यहाँ भी हैं तो ठीक है. It so happened that during one project we were involved with the Kumbh Mela project, and then we completed the project. He said that, no, it's not the way to celebrate it. Let's go out. He organized something somewhere in Faridabad in some hotel and said that, no, we'll spend that day there. I have my personal relationship or whatever with Kumar, that I share my birthday with him. So how I can say that I will miss him, or he's always with me. He's always with me and will remain with me. And thanks everyone to give this platform to share my views about Kumar, and Kumar style will remain Kumar style with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Surjit. Thanks a lot. In fact, you reminded me of Palampur when we were toying with the idea of revisiting Scientific Temper Statement of 1981. Kumar was very enthusiastic about it, and he offered to volunteer himself to prepare the first draft. And he prepared the first draft. Most of us don't know about it, but he was the first one to come up with that draft on which all of us worked. And he disagreed on many points when changes were made in the draft. But as Ravi said, that he was a very democratic person, and Hari Babu elaborated on that. You could disagree with him. That is what happened. We had intense debate on every almost sentence of that declaration, which was called Palampur 2001 declaration. Kumar never claimed it. Kumar never talked about it, that I was the first one to draft the thing. Now, before I request Sandhya and Mansa, I would open it for any other friend of Kumar who have joined to speak about him. You can raise your electronic hand, or even otherwise, you can start. Usha?
Gaur Arun Kumar has raised his hand.
Yeah, please go ahead.
सर, मैं अधिक समय नहीं लूंगा, क्योंकि जो मैं कहना चाहता था वो रवि ने और हरि कुमार ने पहले ही कह दिया. और हम लोग आईआईटी बॉम्बे के दोस्त हैं. मैं भी सोशियोलॉजी में था, और कुमार और मेरे दोनों के एक ही रिसर्च गाइड थे, प्रोफेसर बीडी मिश्रा. कुमार के लिए मेरे हृदय में एक विशेष प्रकार का सम्मान का भाव रहा. अभी तक भी हम लोग संपर्क में रहे, मित्रता हमारी बनी रही है ऐसी. मुझे ध्यान है कि अभी पिछले हफ्ते कुमार ने सब लोगों को, जब हम लोग प्लान कर रहे थे कि फिर से मिलते हैं कहीं, तो उसने लिखा था कि ठीक है मिलेंगे, लेकिन जब तक नहीं मिल पाते तो मेरा घर हर शाम को आप लोगों के लिए खुला हुआ है, कभी भी आइए. मुझे कुमार की एक बात विशेष लगती है, जो कुमार को अन्य सभी लोगों से अलग करती है, कि एक तो उस इतना पढ़ता था, इतना काम करता था, इतनी सबकी सहायता की, विभिन्न विषयों में इंटरेस्ट रखता था, लेकिन पता नहीं वो क्यों कभी क्लेम नहीं करता था. कभी किसी चीज के लिए उसने क्लेम नहीं किया. मुझे ध्यान है कि जब हमारे गुरुजी ने एक किताब लिखी थी जो अपने क्षेत्र में बहुत ज्यादा प्रसिद्ध हुई, तो उसमें एक चैप्टर कुमार का भी लिखा हुआ था, फैमिली प्लानिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का। और ये बात कुमार ने कभी किसी से भी नहीं कही। और उसके बाद से अब तक मैं देखता हूँ, चाहे वो किसी किस्म की राइटिंग हो, कुछ हो, रिसर्च हो, तो उसे पता नहीं वो क्यों करता रहता था, जबकि उसको न धन की भावना थी, न यश की भावना थी, न कोई। और हमेशा हर हर व्यक्ति के लिए वो अवेलेबल रहता था जब भी उसकी कहीं जरूरत पड़े। शुरू के वो हम लोगों के ग्रुप में सबसे पहला था जिसने एसपीएसएस सीखा। और हम में से बहुत से लोगों को उसने एसपीएसएस सिखाया। और किसी बात की जल्दी नहीं थी उसको। मुझे ध्यान है कि मैं उसके बाद में गया था आईआईटी बॉम्बे, और उससे पहले पीएचडी करके चला आया। लेकिन कुमार कुमार जैसे लोग बहुत कम होते हैं। अब कुछ दिनों से वो व्हाट्सएप में गौहर रजा साहब की वीडियो और शायरी डाला करता था। और ये भी मैं नहीं समझ पाया कि उसकी आज तक विचारधारा क्या थी। वो एक अच्छा दोस्त था, एक अच्छा सोशियोलॉजिस्ट था, लेकिन किसी भी किस्म की एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग या प्रेजुडिसेस से कभी वो नहीं प्रभावित हुआ। कभी भी उसने बहुत ज्यादा फिलोसॉफिकल टर्म्स में, रिलीजियस टर्म्स में, और कोई आइडियोलॉजिकल फ्रेमवर्क, कुछ कुछ वो वामपंथी था, लेकिन कुछ कुछ। और वो वामपंथियों का भी मजाक उड़ाता था। मुझे कुमार की दोस्ती, क्या कहूँ, मुझे अचानक जब पता लगा तो बहुत दुख हुआ, बहुत दुख हुआ। और मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा कि कुमार हमारे बीच में अब नहीं है। लेकिन उसकी ये बात है कि निस्वार्थ सेवा, बिना किसी कामना के काम करते रह जाना। और जब भी उसकी आवश्यकता हो, किसी को भी किसी प्रकार की टेक्निकल, सोशल काउंसलिंग, वो हमेशा उसके लिए उपलब्ध होना, ये मुझे हमेशा उसका याद रहे। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू अरुण जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। आपने ये बात याद दिला दी कि उसे किसी चीज की जल्दी नहीं थी सिवाय जाने के। वो पिछले 2-3 साल से लगातार ये कहा करता था हमसे कि अ, मैं मुझे डर नहीं है मौत का। लोग डरा करते हैं, मुझे कोई डर नहीं है। मैं कभी हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट नहीं हूँ। और हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट होने से पहले मुझे मालूम है मुझे अपनी जिंदगी कैसे लेनी है। और मैं हमेशा बहुत गुस्से हो जाया करता था इस बात के ऊपर जब भी वो कहता था। और एक दिन उसको हॉस्पिटल में ही देखा मैंने, तब तक वो जा चुका था। आ, कोई और साथी बोलना चाहता है?
Say a few words. Go ahead, Mrs. Ramchandran, please.
या प्लीज प्लीज गो अहेड।
Very, it's very difficult for us, Ramachandran and myself, to come to terms with the sudden demise of Kumar. For the past 20 years, we have been, mingling, having, talking, and having discussions, and always, ready to help. He was a great person, no doubt about that. Not only a free thinking scientist, technologist, but a very generous person, very calm, cool, and always ready to help anyone, not only us, anyone, anytime. So it's a blessing to have, such great friends. Not everybody not everybody comes into contact with such a great person. But still, we can't reconcile ourselves to the fact that he is no more with us. For me, he was like a brother. I can't allow myself to talk about him in past tense. I feel his presence even now here as I am talking. May his soul rest in peace. I don't have words to express my grief. Thank you.
May I request Mansa to say a few words now? Mansa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I won't put my camera on. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, Manas, you want to say something first?
Yeah, this is very difficult for us, obviously, because as you all mentioned, all these aspects of Kumar we all experienced very closely, and we are very thankful that you all spoke on his behalf, because we really know how close friends you are all for so many years.
Yeah. Let me just say I'm very happy to everybody that all his friends that, I met since I've been very, very little. Gaur uncle, Dinesh uncle, Usha auntie. It's been so nice to see all of you again. And it's not, I don't think it's unusual, I think, what he did when when I was very young to take, I used to go to Nistads almost every day, since, I don't know, I was 7, and I saw all of you. And I think it was his way of preparing me, in some ways. It was his legacy. It was the quality of his friendships that now that he's left, in some ways, it's of course really hard for us, but it's his way of saying these are the people, I'm gone, but everybody that that I interacted with, my friends are all there. And I see that now, and I don't know what to say, but I want to say to you also, and perhaps I haven't been that communicative in the past, but I think it's time for me to step up. That if you ever feel that you miss him, and that that you want to talk to him, please reach out to me also. I think, it will help me. I'm not, obviously I'm not going to be that person that he was, but, I will try my best. And I think there were many things that were said about him that and I find, what Dinesh uncle said, he was a man of all seasons. He was able to have very subversive views, disagree with people, but he had that rare quality that nobody held a grudge against him. And it's now that I'm older and I've seen life a little bit more, it's so easy to offend people. It's so easy to upset them. But the fact that all of you have been his friends for so long, it's just a testimony to the fact that whatever qualities he possessed, it was not to hurt people. And it really, it comforts me that at the end of the day, he was a father, he was a person that left, that had he had never harmed anyone, he had no evil intentions, and everybody loved him. And this is, a very strong legacy. And I don't know, I feel like now that I have a son, I want him to imbibe some of all of, what Nana had. And I'm very grateful for all the support here. So and I think Gohar uncle had said that it's, in his death, I think it is true that this is the death he wanted. And I'm glad that he didn't suffer much more. He went with a bang, as, people would say. It's not very easy for us, but I think for him, I'm comforted by the fact that this is exactly what he wanted. And, it's how it happened. So please reach out to me. I will, at some point I do want to, come introduce also my son. I haven't been to India, so, but, I have known you for a very long time. I think about you all a lot. And yeah, I haven't, it's what he would have wanted. And, as I said, it's time for me to step up. So please continue having these conversations with me. Thank you.
Thanks, Mansa. He always kept on saying that I, Gohar Razai, is the godfather of my daughter. And I didn't do anything. But we are there for you, and I know that you are there for us in our old ages. So it's a big consolation, Mansa, that you are there and you are doing so well. Kumar was always proud of you. Anybody who wants to say a few words before I ask Sandhya to speak? Sandhya, will you please say a few words?
Thank you, Gahar. I think it's very difficult for me to come to terms with this. It's a life and journey of 40 years on equal footing. He was one person who believed in equality, equity, and then also share the work. For me, he's a second skin to me, and I don't believe that he's gone, because every day I get up, I know that he's there next to me. And I know that, even in the washing machine or in the kitchen or anywhere I go, I feel that. So I'm not sad. I'm happy because, that's something which, as Mansa said, he wanted that. And then more than anything else, he was so happy to see his own grandchild and them together. And then more than sharing that with me or Mansa, the news of his grandson has been going around along with all the friends, or not even the friends, everybody who he meets is the grandson who was the new, the apple of his eye these days. So with all that kind of tribute everybody gave, I completely, at awe of finding him so close to everybody, even after, so many years of retirement and not having it. I mean, thanks to those technology, what he really excelled in, the WhatsApp kept him contact with everybody, though he never, participated in a mass, forwarding messages. He would carefully choose to do that kind of information to who, probably would take that kind of message in a way that, that would be utilized. So for me, there are no words. I'm not crying. I don't want to do that because that's a disrespect for him. Because he wanted everybody to be happy when he was around, and he was not around also. He said that many, many words. He said that, he'll be gone in a jiff, and that's exactly what he did. So thank you, Goha, for organizing this one so that, everybody came on one platform, and then most of them probably of the same age group and all. So I think we are all together, and we are for one, each one of us, take solace in each other. I think that's the legacy probably he left, as Mansa said. Thank you so much for organizing this, Gawar. That's what I want to say. Anything.
This is the least I could do for my friend, who had done so much for me. Anyway, I'm requesting Shabnam to show you a clip that I almost forced him to. You know that he didn't want any visibility, so facing a camera was a problem. But we were running a campaign, and I requested him time and again, and then I almost threatened him कि नहीं कुमार, मैं तुमसे बात नहीं करूंगा अगर तुम नहीं करोगे. You are the expert in this area and you speak out your mind before the camera, and he agreed to do it. Shabnam, please run the clip.
I want to talk about demonetization, which was done on November 8, 2016 by Mr. Modi. I believe that this was like a great electric shock on both the economy as well as the lives of great many Indians. India has a large chunk of informal economy which is dependent upon cash transactions for everyday lives of the people, and on that fateful day it has actually impacted a great number of people who dependent on this crash economy, and that has led to that has wrought an impact on the lives of many people. We have documented the great many impacts, the impacts of this particular demonetization on many reports, and many people have seen that thing. But what is also missing is the lives lost due to demonetization. There are varying reports starting from something like 100 to 150 lives which are lost as a result of demonetization, which I believe is one of those ill-conceived policy impact of Mr. Modi and his cahoots. While the avowed reasons for demonetization were, black money or sometimes even terrorism, etc., the narrative keeps changing from one of unearthing black money in the initial announcement on 8th of 2016 of Mr. Modi to one of cashless economy or digitalization by about 17th of November of the same month. So much so, there was a confusion about what exactly this particular demonetization wanted to achieve. 2 years passed or 3 years passed, but now we have now come to a conclusion that the demonetization has not achieved any of its intended purposes. So much so, about 99% of the cash that was withdrawn in the form of 500 rupees and 1000 rupee notes were accounted for by the RBI, which though belatedly announced that demonetization has not achieved its purposes. So what's now the impact of that thing? We have about 100 to 150 people who are dead, who lost their lives as a result of demonetization thing. While the narratives of demonetization changed, varied during this period from November to December, whatever it is, during the election campaign of BJP, nothing of that sort is mentioned either in the manifesto or even in the election rallies anywhere in the country. The narrative itself is missing now. What is now needed and what is now demanded is who should be held responsible for these deaths. I do feel that Mr. Modi alone is responsible for all these deaths, deaths of our fellow Indians, and nobody is bothered about that. And I still feel that Mr. Modi owes an apology for the lives lost because of his ill-conceived policy of demonetization. We hear these days of people demanding apology for about 120 people who are dead by General Dyer's massacre, butcher of Jallianwala Bagh, and we demand an apology from UK. But should we not expect some such apology from Mr. Modi for the 150 lives which are lost because of his ill-conceived demonetization?
friends, that brings us to the end of this meeting, but we'll continue probably conversation about Kumar. This is the only surviving clip probably that I know of, and I'll keep it. It's very precious as far as I am concerned. Here he comes out as a rebel. Not only that, but how emotionally he was disturbed when demonetization happened. He felt things very strongly, but as Hari Babu said that he was thoroughly democratic person, he never ever imposed his views on any of us. That's how I remember. That's how. Yeah, please.
Sir, excuse me. Would you be able to share this with any of us? The link to this, is it on YouTube or something?
Of course, we'll share the link.
Yeah, that'll be great, because he was my external guide. I was the student of Professor Haribabu for PhD, and he was my external guide. And I would always pick up pearls of wisdom whenever he uttered anything of this. And he was such a fascinating person, right? And the first phrase he told me as soon as he met me was, you need to think like yellow journalism, on the lines of yellow journalism when you're looking for PhD, when I was still formulating my problem. So I'll be really very thankful if you can share this.
Thanks, Aparna, for that. Anybody who would like to have clipping, we'll be very happy to share it. The link.
Yeah, please.
Nagalakshmi, you're there? Hello.
I'm there, sir. Yeah.
Speak. If you want to speak a few words.
I just gave a message, sir, that I remember him. Am I audible, please? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
She's
yeah. I'm Professor Haribabu sir's student for my MPhil and PhD actually, and he evaluated my MPhil thesis. I still have it somewhere because of shifting and all, too many books around, so I couldn't figure it out. But the way he has systematically, I used SPSS at that time. That is, I'm talking about 1993, and very systematically, kind of, it was like reading my own work in a different way. He gave a perspective on how this thesis could have been a better one, and then what if I would use some more, statistical, kind of, indices, the thesis would have been better. So I have it somewhere. I still have the printout somewhere in my books. So again, I happened to meet him in Sir's house, Haribabu Sir's house, and then how well he explained, the use of, descriptive statistics, and how to use SPSS, and how I could improve my writing. I'm always grateful to him for that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody else? I'm extremely thankful to all the friends who joined at our request and spoke from the heart about PVS Kumar. I'm personally thankful to each one of you. Thanks a lot. We'll call it a day. This recording will be available. Anyone who wants it, we'll be happy to send it. Thank you.